Midnight in D.C., moon hanging high, spotlights on the shingles, twinkle in his eye. Hair like a flag in the summertime breeze. He's up where the pigeons and the lightning rods tease. Secret Service shaking their heads below. Sir, please come down, but he says no, no. He's dancing on the roof of the White House tonight, doing the cha-cha in the pale moonlight, pointing at the stars, shouting, aren't they bright? He's dancing on the roof of the White House tonight. Got golf shoes clacking on the copper and tin, humming Yankee Doodle with a mischievous grin, balancing on the chimney like a circus show, throws thumbs ups to the tourists far below. Paparazzi flash from Lafayette Square. He strikes a pose like he just don't care. He's dancing on the roof of the White House tonight, doing the cha-cha in the pale moonlight, pointing at the stars, shouting, aren't they bright? He's dancing on the roof of the White House tonight. Some folks dream of power, some folks dream of fame, some dream of rooftop conga lines and calling out your name. From Pennsylvania Avenue to the Washington Mall, they hear the rooftop ringleader having a ball. He's dancing on the roof of the White House tonight, doing the cha-cha in the pale moonlight, pointing at the stars, shouting, aren't they bright? Oh, he's dancing on the roof of the White House tonight. And when the sun comes up and the pigeons all fly, he tips his hat and waves goodbye. Out on the fairway, sun in the sky, gold-plated driver and a confident eye. He lines up the shot, lets that white ball fly. Somehow it lands 20 feet more than mine. He's the Mulligan Man, playing by his own plan. If the ball's in the rough, he'll just move it with his hands. Scorecards looking sweet, though he's been in the sand. Oh, the legend of the Mulligan Man, the Mulligan Man. 4 on the green, but he swears it was 3. Swears the wind changed just for he and his tee. That bunker didn't happen and the pond didn't see anything suspicious, just a bird in a tree. He's a Mulligan Man, playing by his own plan. If the ball's in the rough, he'll just move it with his hands. Scorecards looking sweet, though he's been in the sand. Oh, the legend of the Mulligan Man, the Mulligan Man. He'll tap in a putt from a generous spot, claim it's the rules, well, the ones that he's got. The caddy just shrugs, the crowd gives a cheer. It's the greatest round of golf never played this year. He's the Mulligan Man, playing by his own plan. If the ball's in the rough, he'll just move it with his hands. Scorecards looking sweet, though he's been in the sand. Oh, the legend of the Mulligan Man, oh, the Mulligan Man. And if you've with a steak that no one ate, a college where the dreams came late, a board game with his face on the box, and casinos that ran out of slots. But every time the chips went down, he'd smile big and turn it round. Everything's gonna be huge, even when the deal goes poof. From water bottles to airline wings, he's got a knack for shiny things. Everything's gonna be huge. If it fails, he'll call it new. From vodka nights to golf course dues, everything's huge, win or lose. A magazine with his name in gold, a mortgage plan that never sold, ties so long they told a tale, but sometimes even ties can fail. And every time the dream took flight, it somehow landed overnight. Everything's gonna be huge, even when the deal goes poof. From water bottles to airline wings, he's got a knack for shiny things. Everything's gonna be huge. If it fails, he'll call it new. From vodka nights to golf course dues, everything's huge, win or lose. Our brands may fade, the signs come down, but there's always another in some other town. Spin the globe, pick a dream, make it shine. If it's not a win, it's still headline time. Everything's gonna be huge, even when the deal goes poof. From board games straight to cologne sprays, he's got 10 new plans by Monday. Everything's gonna be huge, that's the Trumpian point of view. Win or lose, he makes the news. Everything's huge, win or lose.
They put a tax on the goods from the shore, say it's to help the folks here make more. But the price tag climbs and the shelves grow thin, while the factories still don't let the workers in. They wave their flags, say it's for the land, but they're just pulling dollars from the working man's hand. Tariffs build walls you can't see with your eyes. They choke the trade and they spread the lies. From the docks to the field, from the shops to the fields, from the mines to the mall, you raise those gates and the world starts to fall. they spread the lies. From the mills to the markets, from the big to the small, you raise those gates and the world starts to fall. Tear down the tariffs, let the rivers flow. Trade is the bridge where the people grow. Well, they built a prison out in the swamp. Said it's safer than the city block. Put the bars on the windows, steel in the floor. But they didn't count the teeth in the water no more. Alligator Alcatraz, where the water runs green. The guards don't shoot, it's the reptiles mean. You can't break the chains, can't swim too fast. You'll be swallowed whole in Alligator Alcatraz. Some folks in stripes, some in blue, some just poor souls who spoke the truth. They put them in cells, 'cause the rich said so, while the gators grinned in the undertow. Alligator Alcatraz, where the water runs green. The guards don't shoot, it's the reptiles mean. You can't break the chains, can't swim too fast. You'll be swallowed whole in Alligator Alcatraz. Now justice ain't blind, it just looks away. When the swamps are deep and the lawyers get paid. Freedom's a dream when you're stuck in the grass, with 1,000 cold eyes on your midnight pass. So sing for the ones who never got free, for the whistleblowers and the rabble like me. We'll march to the shore till the walls come down.
Well, Trump walked in with a big gold pen, said, "I'm the best at peace, ask me again." Putin just smirked, said, "We'll see, my friend," while Zelensky checked his watch like, "When will this end?" Three men on an iceberg talking about the world, maps and coffee cups and flags unfurled. They shook left hands and the right, then both just for fun, and argued who should get the last cinnamon bun. Trump said, "We'll build a wall around the war real high." Putin said, "Not yet, that's a Western lie." Zelensky rolled his eyes, poured some tea, said, "How about we just stop shooting? Seems fine to me." Three men on an iceberg trying not to shout. One wants applause, one wants clout. They signed the paper with a doodle of a dove, and each took selfies for the folks they love. The translator fainted from all the spin. Someone spilled vodka on the violin. A peace deal's tricky when the egos are tall, but at least they all agreed on pizza for all. Three men on an iceberg finally called it quits. Left the pens, kept the headlines and their one-liners hits. Maybe the world won't change by tonight, but at least they didn't start another fight.
They came in the dark with the boots on the ground. No knock, no name, just a siren sound. Hands in the soil, now wrists in the cold. A father pulled back from the lettuce he holds. The sun hadn't risen, the rose still slept, but ice was awake and the promise was kept. No papers, no rights, just chains and a van. But this field's been fed by that same brown hand. Oh, they pick the fruit, they cut the cane, they bend their backs in heat and rain. But when the trucks roll in again, we forget the labor, remember the name. Fields that feed us, voices hushed, dreams in dust and metal crushed. A harvest taken, a silence wide in the land of the free. Where do workers hide? He came at 16, crossed the line to work the vines, to save a dime. Never asked for a flag or fame, just a quiet life and an honest name. But rights don't care for stories told. They take the young, the sick, the old. Behind a badge in steel disguise, they call it law, we call it lies. lifted hands while fences rise on sacred land. The supermarket doesn't show the pain of sweat and fear in the sugar cane. Oh, they pick the fruit, they cut the cane, they bend their backs in heat and rain. But when the trucks roll in again, we forget the labor, remember the name. Fields that feed us, graves unmarked, hope extinguished before it sparked. They built the meal, then got denied in the land of the free. Where do workers hide? They came in the dark, now no one's there, but the fruit still ripens in the morning air.
He talks real tough on the TV screen, but bends his knee to the Kremlin king. Shakes a tiny fist, but it's all pretend. Every strong man's puppet, every tyrant's friend. Trump is Putin's bitch, can't you see the strings? Dancing in the shadow while the czar still sings. Trump is Putin's bitch, what a tragic show. Sold out his country just to stroke his ego. Golden towers built on sand, Russian money in his hand. Red phones ringing, whispering lies, orange face under Moscow skies. Trump is Putin's bitch, can't you see the strings? Dancing in the shadow while the czar still sings. Trump is Putin's bitch, bowing low and sweet. Every promise broken, every lie's repeat. Says America first with a crooked grin, but the map on the table shows where he's been. Every deal's a favor, every word rehearsed. History will write him down as the worst. Trump is Putin's bitch, carved into the page. Another fool for power, another pawn of rage. Trump is Putin's bitch, history won't forget. A puppet in the spotlight.
I'll keep my sunny bed. Red, white, and blue versus tacos and lime. Can we just share the sunshine? It's the Gulf Tug-O-War. Oh, what a mess. Gringos and amigos in nautical chess. Wave after wave, they draw the line. The Gulf of America or Mexico's brine. You bring your barbecue, I'll bring my spice. You got your bald eagle, I got paradise. Your flags are flying, but the wind's undecided. This ocean border feels misguided. call it unparked. Fish don't ask for papers when they swim. Can't we just float together, sink or swim?
They rolled out the scroll on a cold DC day. Trump raised a flag and in his usual way rename that Gulf, it's time we reclaim Gulf of America, patriot name. The Coast Guard nodded, DeSantis cheered. Florida map showed what many feared, but old maps whispered with a salty tone, you can't just rename what's never been your own. Oh, Gulf of America, or is it still Gulf of Mexico? Lines on a chart can't change the flow. The tide don't care what the paper shows. Oh, say can you sail through a legal fight? Claim it all in red, white, and spite. Maps may lie, but the sea still knows. It's the Gulf of Mexico, or so it goes. Mexico fired back with a lawyer's flame. Said you don't rename what's not your claim. Sheen Bum stood, said that's our blue. You got a coastline, not naming rights to. Google played along, changed the tag. Now there's a lawsuit and a diplomatic bag. Half the world said stick with the facts, but politics never cared much for that. Oh, Gulf of America, or is it still Gulf of Mexico? Which name rides on the trade winds blow? Who owns the tide? Who runs the show? From Texas oil to Cuban skies, you can rename maps, but the ocean don't lie. Call it pride, call it a show. It's the Gulf of Mexico, or so it goes. Aho says the name still stands. It's carved in charts by ancient hands. But inside the states they draw new lines while the waves roll on, unbothered by signs. Colbert once joked in 2010, rename it all, but he was laughing then. Now what was a jest is a policy plan. When satire's real, you know where you stand. It's borders